There's an awful storm a-brewin' away up in the heavens. The lightning chase the raindrops from the sky. And when the thunder clouds had spoken, they knew their master wasn't joking. And from afar they saw that twinkle in God's eye. There came a stranger who had wandered into a town that needed someone to show them what the devil said was all a lie. And when they started in believing, the devil said he'd be a-leaving, for he could see they saw the twinkle in God's eye.
And come with all the longing of his soul unto the place which the Lord will choose.
Evening, stranger.
Oh. Good evening to you, too, sir. Perhaps you could direct me to the town of Lodestone?
Oh, it's 30 miles or so. Straight ahead, off toward them Sawtooth Hills.
Thank you very much. I just got off the train at the junction. There was no public conveyance there.
Yeah, well, you see, the stagecoach only passes here once a week.
Oh.
Every Tuesday. That was yesterday. So you're 1 day late or 6 days too early. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Well, if it's 30 miles, I best be walking on.
Yeah, just a minute. It seems to me you've done all your soul-saving and hymn-singing in the city, ain't you?
To tell the truth, I was only ordained 2 weeks ago, and I'm most anxious to get to my work.
Yeah. Ha! Yeah, you're going to find plenty of work in Lodestone.
Oh?
Dined to silver striking years. The feller who can hold his liquor, shoot faster than t'other feller, and dig deeper is going to live to enjoy his loot. Otherwise...
Sounds like I'm going to be kept quite busy in Lodestone.
Yeah. I'd take you aboard, but I'm heading in t'other direction.
It's quite all right. I understand. Thank you anyway for your information.
Me, I don't like silver. I'm looking for gold.
Oh.
Well, best of luck, Parson.
Thank you, and thanks for your information, sir.
You're welcome. Come on, Saratoga. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, sir. Night.
He harnessed all time and space for every race, and let the sun shine on their face. You'll hear this never-ending story of love and life and all its glory, from every newborn babe to old folks passing by. And when a man will quit his sinning, his life will have a new beginning. It starts that moment with the twinkle in God's eye.
It's a man!
Excuse me, sir. Could you be taking on another passenger for Lodestone?
Well, I don't know. This isn't a regular run. This is a private charter. That's the folks in back. They're doing the paying.
Oh, thank you, sir. Good evening, ladies. I'm the Reverend William Macklin II. I wondered if I could possibly ride in with you to Lodestone. I'd be happy to pay my way.
Oh, the coach is already paid for, and I'm sure we can find room for you.
Thank you. You're too kind. I'll just put my bag on top. Well, it looks like you have yourself another passenger.
Well, here, toss that out to me, Reverend.
Quiet, girls. Now, remember, he's a minister. Now, just settle down and try to act like ladies.
Oh, we are ladies.
Here,
Excuse
let me help you.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for letting me ride along with you.
I'm Laura, and this is Renata.
I'm Ruthie. My name's Shirley.
Vicky.
And I'm Millie.
Glad to know you, I'm sure.
Begging your pardon, Reverend, but could I tell you something with no offense intended?
Why, of course.
You're awfully cute, Millie.
Say, Parson, why did you pick Lodestone of all places?
Well, I didn't exactly pick Lodestone of all places. You see, many years ago, 25 years ago to be exact, there was a minister who came to Lodestone. It was just being built up in those days, and there were a lot of ranchers badly in need of spiritual guidance.
I'll bet it ain't changed much since.
Well, this minister came out in a covered wagon with his wife, and he built his church out of logs with his own hands. But before he could finish his first service, the Indians attacked and killed him, and burned his church down.
Oh, terrible. Terribly sorry, Parson. Oh, what happened to his wife?
During the attack, she was holding a Bible, and an arrow struck it. It was intended for her.
You mean the Bible saved her? It was a miracle.
That's right.
Sure is.
Well, what happened to her after that?
She went back east and died giving birth to her son.
Oh.
Well, I think it's time we had some supper. Will you join us, Parson?
I want the egg.
Have you enough there?
Yes, we got
Here,
carrots, chicken sandwiches, and bacon.
He's even cute with his eyes closed.
The Reverend William Macklin died in the service of his Lord.
Father's Bible. That's where the arrow went through.
Doesn't make any difference. Well, I sincerely... We're close enough to Lodestone. Maybe we can outrun them.
Better get down yourself, Parson. Miracles don't happen twice. This time your Bible might not stop a bullet.
For heaven's sakes, this is Rose from Lodestone.
the tables.
Hello, Laura. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't it the custom for old friends to kiss when they haven't seen each other for a while? Hello, baby. Hey, what do you think of my little emporium? Put everything I owned into it. Got the best little spot in town.
You haven't changed, have you, Marty? Get the best of everybody and then leave them flat. Just like you left me in Santa Fe.
Look, honey, I had good reason to leave you. This is the biggest silver strike they've ever had. Anyway, I must have been thinking of you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sent for you, would I?
All you ever think about is making a fast dollar.
What's wrong with that? Like I told you before, I don't want my wife taken in washing. I want her to have the best. Honey, that's the way a man feels.
If love goes with it, I'll take in washing. That's the way a woman feels.
Laura, this time I promise. It'll be for better or worse.
Yes, but who'll get which?
There you are, sir. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
Charlie, where did those gals come from, anyway? From the East. Oh, boy, she sure was a... Hey, hey, those drinking gals all right, huh? Have a show, right after the show. Charlie, come on, fill her up again. Right to you.
Give one to my buddy.
Say hello.
Anybody else down the bar need
Here we are. Low.
Yeah,
We'll get together here tonight.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but could you possibly direct me to the church grounds?
Church?
Anybody seen a church around here?
What do you want with the church, Deacon?
Very simple. I'd like to bring man closer to God.
Sorry, Reverend. Don't blame the boys. The last guy that came into town dressed like you had 4 aces hid up his sleeve.
Oh, pardon me, Reverend. Can I buy you a shot of something?
Thank you. That's very kind of you, but I don't care for a thing, thank you.
Oh, go ahead, have a drink, Reverend.
Sure, have a drink, Reverend.
All right, if you insist. I am a little parched. Thank you. I'll have a glass of milk, if I may.
It's not that babe minds buying you a drink, but milk is $5 a shot.
$5 for a glass of milk?
Yep.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have you pay that much for a glass of milk. After all, $5 could buy an awful lot of hymn books.
It's not the milk, Reverend. It's the ice. Right, Charlie?
Right. We gotta go way up to Timberline to get it. If there's 2 things in this town that's tough to get, it's ice and timber. Right, babe?
Right. You can have it if you want it, Reverend.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your hospitality, but I don't care for a thing. Thank you.
Milk.
It's quite a nice instrument you have there.
Oh, thank you very much, Parson. Wheezes a little bit in the rainy season, but otherwise she's as sound as a dollar. All except that one note.
Perhaps I could fix it for you if you'd allow me to.
Maybe one of the pipes is dried out. No. Seems like anything made of wood dries out in the desert air.
There, I believe I have it fixed now. Try the note again. There we are.
Thank you very much.
It's quite all right.
Say, you must play, Parson.
Well, just a little bit.
Would you like to sit down and...
No, thank you.
Oh, come on, it's all right.
Thank you very kindly, but I don't believe I should play in here.
Oh, I understand. I'll tell you what. If you come back when it's not quite so busy, I'll let you sit down and play.
Thank you.
Marty, we ain't gonna get any action as long as the parson's in here.
Short change? I think you're right. Parson? I don't believe we've met.
I'm the Reverend William Macklin.
Marty Callahan's mine.
How do you do?
I'm the owner of this little establishment. I don't object to religion in the right place, but I'm a practical man. As you can see, you're interfering with my business.
My apologies, Mr. Callahan. It won't happen again.
Parson, when you were up at the bar there, I heard you asking about a church.
Yes.
Well, there's the ruins of an old church right on the top of that hill behind this place. And as I recollect it, the Indians burned it down.
You say it's in back of this place?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for the information.
You're mighty welcome. Nice young fella, ain't he? Huh?
Ted, let's get some life in this joint. Hey, Charlie, bring a round of drinks in the house. Come on.
Don't know what to do. Wished I owned some dreams that might come true. Guess I've gone and lost my lucky star. Guess I'll have to settle for my dreams the way they are.
I'm sorry, honey. It's that bad note again. I better get the parson to fix it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Say, Marty, maybe we could make a deal with him. Won't cost us any money. Maybe just let him have the organ a couple hours a week.
Sure, like Sundays, maybe?
Well, why not? We're not very busy in here on Sunday morning.
Look, Ted, let's get one thing straight. Sunday is just like every other working day at the Silver Palace. Besides, we need the organ for the elevation of our own congregation.
That's what I meant about you, Marty. Always thinking of yourself.
You know, honey, the way I irritate you, you must be crazy about me.
Nothing but despair. I've been shown some castles in the air, but from here on in I'm gonna win. I'll chase the blues. Why be lonesome when no one is lonesome for you?
Marty.
Yeah?
Here's today's take-up till now. Appears like she's going to be a ding-buster if she keeps going like this. Earthquake!
Don't worry, darling. It'll be over in a minute.
I'm sorry. I hope nobody was hurt. Excuse me, but you see, I was piling some rocks on the edge of the hill up there, and the boulders, and I think they were too close and they tumbled off.
You think?
Marty.
Excuse me, I'll be glad to pay for any of the damage, Mr. Callahan. I'll have your window repaired and move away the rocks as soon as I have a few spare moments. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be conducting my services this Sunday, and you're all welcome. On account of our church not being built yet, we'll have to conduct our services in the open air, but everyone is welcome. Come. Oh, and by the way, the choir auditions will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Appreciate you all coming. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Don't thank us for attention. You threw a whole mountain at us in order to get it. Look, Parson, this this is just not the place for a church. I mean, in back of a row of saloons. Now, I've got a little piece of property on the other side of town. It's even got a few shade trees on it. It's a choice plot, and if you'll just build your church over there, I'll swap you for it, even Stephen. I'll tell you what, I'll even have a bell made for your church.
Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Callahan. But there are reasons why the new church should be built where the old one was. Thank you anyway. But I would appreciate the bell. I beg your pardon, sir, but do you by chance have any 8x8 beams of any kind of hardwood?
No, 25. No 8x8s around here, no hardwoods anyway. Nothing but this clapboard.
I see.
It'll cost you $1 a running foot, and you better grab it all fast, Reverend, because come morning, she'll be another saloon. 26.
Well, I'm afraid I can't use this type of lumber.
27. Well, you won't find anything better in town.
Well, tell me, are there any big trees growing in this vicinity?
Oh, up in the mountains, timberline. It's too tough to get at. Indians let it down come winter, but it'll cost you a lot more than this stuff will.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Would you mind hanging up one of my signs on your wagon, please? I'd appreciate it.
All right, I'll hang her up.
And gentlemen, come yourself if you can. Remember, the Lord rested on the seventh day, and you should also.
The Lord rested on his own time. So should you. Now, come on, get busy.
How are you?
How do you do?
Sheriff, I'm the Reverend William Macklin.
Yes, I know. I've seen you around town. What can I do for you, Reverend?
Well, I was wondering if I might have the loan of 2 of your guns.
I beg your pardon?
Shooting irons, I think you call them. Yes, I'd like to have the loan of 2 of them, if I may. 2 will be fine.
Well, you see, we just have our own here. But what did you plan on doing with them if you had them?
Well, as you very well know, timber is very hard to get here in Lodestone, and I need quite a bit of money for my church. And I thought that...
Reverend, you know that that's no way to get money. You ought to know better than that.
The rodeo is only a week away, and I could learn to shoot by that time.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm sorry, though, Reverend. We have no guns to spare.
Oh, I'm sorry, too. Thank you very kindly, Sheriff, for your trouble. Good afternoon.
I'm hungry.
Come on.
I'm going to put him inside.
Sheriff, if I could be of some help to that gentleman.
Here's your guns, Reverend.
But they belong to that gentleman there.
I know the judge, and he won't be needing them for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I see. Well, tell him I'll take very good care of them.
I'll do that.
Good afternoon, Sheriff.
Good afternoon.
Dealer takes 2. Your bet.
I'll crack her open lightly. $5.
What's this I hear about a holy man sitting up on the hill throwing a hex on your joint, Marty?
I'll see.
It makes with earthquakes and fire alarms.
Boys say it's plumb unnerving not knowing what that medicine man's gonna start while a fella's trying to have himself a quiet drink. I'll kick it up again.
You guys don't believe that hocus pocus, do you?
Just the question.
All right, I'll see you raise. Bump you 5.
Look, Marty, I don't mind the shooting by them that knows how, but a gunslinging parson,
Let's drop down to the Golden Nugget.
a little crooked, but safer.
Cash us in, Marty.
Yeah. What can we do for you, old-timer?
Well, if you just serve my girlfriend here a drink, from now on, we are going to be your customers. I want her treated just equal to me, you understand? Now, these fellas down at the Golden Nugget, you know, down the street, they are not gentlemen. They wouldn't even serve her.
Go ahead and serve her.
What'll she have?
Huh?
What'll she have?
Oh, she'll have a bucket of water and about 3 drops of bourbon. And I'll have a bucket of bourbon and about 3 drops of water.
Tell me, did you strike anything good?
I can hear you.
Did you strike any silver? Did you get any silver?
Oh, silver. I ain't seen no silver since there was a dentist come riding through here on a burro, and he plugged one of my molars with silver. I'll show it to you. It's right. Oh, no. No, I ain't got it. I left him home.
Maybe you aren't looking in the right spot.
Now, there is a remarkable observation.
Now, you take the parson up there on the hill. He's been digging away at that old church site.
No? Uh-huh.
And he's been begging for big timber. Now, I wonder what he'd use big timber for.
Well, they use timber to prop up a shaft in a mine. Excuse me. Lily and I, we got a date with another couple. Come on, Lily. We'll see you all out.
Mister, you certainly are something, making him think the parson hit it rich. It'll be all over town. They'll have that church site so dug up you couldn't build a chicken coop without a cave-in.
Just business, honey. Fair competition.
Fair?
Well, I call it fair. After all, they've been in business about 2,000 years longer than I have. And that's an awful big handicap for me to overcome.
You know, Laura, I think I keep hanging around him for the same reason you do.
What's that?
So somebody will be there to pick up the pieces when the crack-up comes? Well, I think I'll go up and help the parson with choir practice. It's almost 2 o'clock.
I hope you and your money will be very happy together.
Oh, look, honey, will you try and understand? All I want him to do is to build his church someplace else.
You're wrong, Marty. You're wrong.
Howdy, Parson. Well, good afternoon, Ted. Just getting ready to do a little target practice. You'd better step over here. Wait a minute, Parson. Here, keep this one in the air. Oh, good afternoon, gentlemen. It was nice of you to interrupt your work and come up for the choir auditions, and so many of you, too.
Yeah, the parson wants you, fellas. Just drop your tools outside. You can pick them up when you leave.
Come right in, gentlemen. Here, Ted, take these. You see, come right in. I was just having a little target practice. Just put put my coat on here. Incidentally, I haven't any hymn books. Do any of you know any hymns by heart?
How about Frankie and Johnny?
That ain't no hymn.
It ain't?
Well, we'll just try out the voices individually, starting with you, and we'll go down the line with the rest of you gentlemen. Ted, give him the pitch.
Give them what?
Oh, you just blend your voice with Ted's pitch pipe.
Oh, oh, oh.
Morning, Parson.
Good morning, Ted.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of the reasons why I came up here. You know, hitting this wagon wheel is an alarm in Lodestone. It's used for fire, flood, mine cave-in.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea.
Oh, well, it's all right for you to hit it, but just make sure you do it with a slow beat. The sheriff posted notices all over town letting people know.
I guess I did use too much enthusiasm before, didn't I?
Yeah. Most of the folks at Lodestone were way up into the hills before they found out it was a false alarm.
I guess most of the folks in Lodestone still think it's a false alarm.
Well, Sunday's a big day in town, Parson. Most of the boys are holed up in their diggings all week long. They kind of like to loosen up come Sunday.
They feel as though I have nothing to offer them up here.
Look, why worry about Lodestone? There ain't anybody who wants to get to heaven here. The way I figure it, most of them are anxious to go in the opposite direction. Why don't you just forget about it? Now, I know of a little town, nicest, best-behaved people in the
But, Ted,
West.
those folks don't need me. They could get to heaven on their own.
All right. Good luck to you. Oh, by the way, Marty wants to see you.
Ted, I was hoping that you might stay for the service.
Well, Sunday's my busy day, too, Parson. You better go see what Marty wants. It sounded important. Just great, Laura.
Thanks, Ted. That introduction is still too fast.
No, honey, it needs a change of tempo. Listen.
Ted? Laura?
Hello, Parson.
Marty's over there, Parson.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Marty. You wanted to see me?
That's right. Parson, you want to build your church very badly, don't you?
More than anything else in the world.
This is all the money I own. It's yours. Except for this one. So I can still bank the games. There's only one catch. That is, you take my previous suggestion and build your church on the other side of town. Well, there's your church. Go on, pick it up.
I believe I told you at the time, Marty, that there were reasons why the new church should be built where the old one stood. Those reasons haven't changed. Your offer is very generous, but I can't accept under those conditions. Thanks anyway, Marty.
Let's see a lot of hands.
Hold it. Fill it up.
Play. Everybody against the wall. Hurry it up.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Won't you, please take a seat?
I didn't come here exactly for the services. I was just heading over the rise toward my cabin.
Oh, but I saw you kneeling in prayer.
No, I don't know much about praying.
Well, perhaps I can help you.
No. No, Parson, there's nothing you can do for me.
Are you sure? Have a seat. The service is just about to begin. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. Won't you sit down? I'm sorry that we have no pews for you to sit in, but make yourself as comfortable as possible in these makeshift benches.
Thank you.
Laura, that was too bad about Marty.
He got what he deserved.
I don't think you really believe that.
I'm afraid I do, Parson.
Oh, won't you please sit down, sir? We'll start off our service this morning by saying a prayer for Marty Callahan. Grant to us, Lord, we beseech thee, the Spirit to think and do and say such things that are right.
Hi, Sheriff.
Hi, Dawson.
You looking for something?
You boys been here long?
Oh, that Maverick makes about 45. I'd say a couple hours. Why?
Silver Palace got stuck up.
No. It's getting so a man can't make an honest dollar without some crook trying to steal it.
I'll send you a thank you card, Dawson, for your condolences.
Where's Lou? He hangs around with you, don't he?
He's in town, I guess. He lives there, you know.
You see anybody go up that draw?
No. Ain't nobody here but us and the meat.
Thanks. They must have gone over the ridge. Come on, right.
Let's get on with the branding, boys. In case somebody decides to come back, we wouldn't want them to think we was lazy and only worked while we was being watched. I thought you was going to stay away from us till things cooled off.
You said you were going to plant the stuff under your cabin floor and stay away from us.
I planted it in a bunch of rocks the parson stacked up for an altar, right in the middle of where he's going to build his church.
But you said you was going to...
Yeah, I know, under the floor. But after you fellas tossed me the sack, I started over the rise, and there he was, kneeling. I already got the stuff stashed away before he said amen and turned around and saw me.
What are you wearing a gun for, ballast?
Dawson, I don't like nasty remarks.
I don't care what you like or what you don't like. We want that money. Come on.
No rush, gentlemen.
What's that for?
To stop you. It serves me right for going into business with a bunch of fatheads. Look, the situation ain't so bad. The loot couldn't be in a safer place.
That preacher's trying to establish himself permanent.
Yeah, and now he's got the bankroll to do it with. If he gets himself a colored glass window on our money, I'll shoot it full of holes. And him, too.
I know you guys too well. Pick up that money now and you start throwing it around. The sheriff starts asking questions, and pretty soon we're all in the clink.
Why don't we go pick it up now and get out of here?
Sure. Sure, all four of us disappear and we'll just about get to the state line. Our reputations aren't the best.
Sheriff was asking after you, Lou.
Yeah? Well, that cinches it. Under my floor was too hot. I think Providence has shown us a way to cool off that money and walk in the glory road. One of us will have to keep an eye on the parson all the time. We might have to brush up on our hymns. Maybe even take a few singing lessons.
I'm for getting that money right now.
And I vote it stays where it is until the holdup's forgotten. I like peace of mind when I spend my money. Well, how do you vote, gentlemen?
All right. We can wait.
That's 3-1. This is a democracy. Majority rules, Dawson. The money stays.
All right. I'll go along with you, too. But if I don't get my hands on that money pretty soon, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get real mad.
Well, here you are, men. The best mountain climbers I got.
Well, Parson, you think you're gonna be able to ride?
I'll be able to manage. It doesn't look like it'll be too difficult.
Well, look, here's what you do. You take the reins and put them in your left hand.
Yes.
That's it. Now jump up on the horse. Oh, excuse me, Parson, the left foot.
Yeah, what's he doing now? Oh, all right.
Okay, I'll give you a boost. Hey, how's that feel?
It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be all right. Here, oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Whoa, just... Oh, steady now, Parson. Oh, Parson!
Are you all right, Parson?
Yes, I think I am, yes.
Yes, but you've got to learn to grip them with your knees.
Yeah, and try to let the rest of your body go limp.
I thought I did a fairly good job of that. This horse has got a lot of temperament. I'll try it again.
Now, just a moment.
I'm going to try again, sir.
Now, just a moment, Parson. I think that horse has got too much temperament for you. What you wanted was a mountain climber to take you up to the timberline.
That's correct. That's where the Indians are, aren't they?
Yeah?
Well, I must get up to the mountain so that the Indians can help me back with the timber for my church.
Huh? You know what? I think I've got something a little more to your liking.
Thank you. Thank you. Tell me, Ted, are all of these animals this spirited?
Yeah, most of them. Look, I've been thinking, maybe we don't have to go up into the mountains. Maybe if we wait a few days, one of those Indians will come down into town.
Nope, they never do. They ain't friendly no more. Now, Parson, here's a little man'll just about fit you.
Well, I've never seen anything quite so beautiful.
Now, you just step right up on him there. Will you let me...
Left hand.
And the left foot, too.
Oh, now.
Whoop, whoop.
There.
There.
How do I get him going?
Now, there's only one way.
Yahoo!
Look, Parson, why should them Indians like us? We make them cut that timber down so there's no more easy hunting. Why should they take kindly to us wanting them to cut down their timber?
We'll tell them we'll take our timber from the thick clumps where the old trees are stunning the young new crop. It'll help their forests.
Well, here's your chance to bring them Indians up on the latest thing in forestry.
You speak their language, don't you?
Well, the little I know ain't enough to go around. Say, Parson, why don't we go back, say, a mile or two and talk this thing over? Look, Parson, it ain't that I got no faith. I got a lot of faith. But I just like to keep it in one piece.
If they'd wanted to hurt us, they wouldn't have shot that arrow into the ground.
How do you know it wasn't just a cross-eyed Indian?
Please, raise your hand in a friendly gesture.
And make a bigger target?
All right, then stay behind me. Just remember why we're here. Maybe it'll help.
All right, Parson. But how am I gonna look wearing a halo and no scalp?
We come in peace.
Waganasi.
What did he say?
He says the vamoose.
Tell him I wish to speak with his chief.
Look, they're awfully high-strung, Parson. What do you say we don't irritate them and do like they say?
Please ask them if I may speak with their chief.
Huane. Ono to sono.
Bikakachihi. Waganasi.
Well?
He's just repeating himself. He says the vamoose. Wateno, ono, hisamo.
Bueno.
come in peace. You see, my friend and I...
We know. Hot now, easy. Oya kuma tiaba. Oya.
What is he saying, Ted?
He wants to know why we're here. He's the chief.
Oh, well, how do you do? I'm the Reverend William Macklin. And we understand that... excuse me, please. Tell them that we understand that they have a legitimate complaint against the white man using too much of their timber, but tell them also that we come in good faith to make amends.
Tono ate ise ala ori tisina abo.
Oi kayama kaya hoya. Oya kiumatia kamaya.
What is he saying, Ted?
He wants to know what we've done with their fish.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, sluice mining needs water, lots of it. The fellas at Lodestone diverted the river channel so that it flows through the canal. And these Indians are fish eaters.
I see.
Yeah, salmon used to come up here thick enough to walk across, but since we diverted the water, they don't come up, they just die. The Indians don't know what to do for food.
Well, surely there must be fish in this lake here. In lake, there must... Ask them if there is fish in this lake here.
Tone ate ise omo.
Oi kiama kaya. Oya kamatia. Oya kamatia ba.
Yeah, he says sure there are, but they're too deep, too quick to spear. They don't know how to catch their fish.
Don't know how to catch them? Well, maybe I can help you. All you'll need is a long branch, or a pole, and some string. If... string, ask them if they have string.
Tivopi.
Yes, this is it. Very good. This is good. We just get a stone next and tie the string around it. Just make a simple knot like that, and it acts as a weight, you see. And I need a feather now. Excuse me, Ted, I need a feather.
Wait, excuse me.
Thank you. There, we put it on the hook, and we throw it out and let it drop down. I think I got a bite. There, I got him. I got him. Tell the chief that we've appreciated his hospitality for the past 2 days. He knows all there is to know about fishing now and can teach his other braves. We have to return to our own tribe. I'd like to get that timber situation settled immediately.
Ate ono alaworo. Isi inamao ete iaba.
O kiama hoya. Oto yakuma. O krema yakata. Bayakuma.
The timber is yours. They'll cut it down for you.
Tell him that we're very grateful, that we'll remember him always in our prayers.
Otesi in Odebeli. Iti olo obatase.
O kiama hayaka. O kiama tayak. O kiama kaya.
He says they don't have any horses, and they'll need horses to drag the timber from the mountains.
Well, how many horses will they need?
Otesia baton.
Maya kumati yakumaya. Oya kiama.
He says many, but he can get them. It'll take about 300 white man dollars.
Well, tell him to start cutting the timber. I'll try and get the money for him. There's a rodeo today, and if we hurry, we can still make the shooting matches.
Otesi ana ote, iama ota inoboton.
Okiama hayakumata. Yokiama.
Wait a minute, Parson. You better not bounce around that Indian smoke like that if you ain't used to it.
Rodeo today. I must make it.
Rodeo? Rodeo nothing. As soon as I get you back, I'm gonna pour a gallon of coffee into you and tuck you in.
Just do my best, that's all that can be expected.
It ain't faith you got. It's bats in your belfry you got. Begging your pardon, of course.
If I didn't try, I'd be much sicker than this. This will pass. I pray.
Number 26, please. Number 26. Last call for number 26.
I'm 26, sir.
Well, hurry along, Parson, please. You're holding us up. Now, go right down there, please.
My number.
There you are, Parson. Come.
I'm here. I'm here.
Drop that. We haven't got time. Now, wait a minute. I'll put these
Yes, sir.
chaps on you here.
Just lead me to the target area, sir. And I'll... What are you doing? I don't need these to shoot.
Yes. They wear these chaps when you go into one of these events like this.
I see.
Now,
Well, I
think
hope
you're
to
just
shoot
about
well.
All
Ted,
right.
wish me luck.
Here you are. You climb right up on here, sir.
Huh?
Climb right up on there, sir.
I see.
Can I help you up?
Well, all right. There we go.
Right on up
Wait a minute. Is this the target area? Is this the
Right
target
here,
area?
Parson. You just sit down there and they'll...
No, I'm only entered in the shooting contest.
all right,
It's
all right.
like a rocket
So you just take a deep seat
Hold
there.
Hold
Get your feet in the stirrup.
There he
Don't
is.
forget what I told you about your knees.
That's right.
All
There he is.
turn him
Hold
out
on
here.
tight.
Wait a
We made it! We
Here,
made it,
Parson.
We made it, Parson!
You're in the lead now, Parson. You're the only man that's stayed on his horse so far.
Yes, sir. That money's as good as ours.
Yeah, well, I couldn't accept the money even if I do win, Ted, because I didn't enter the riding contest.
Well, sure you did. There's only one entry blank for all events. You won it fair and square. Now, what do you say to that?
Providence moves in strange ways.
Number 27 next. Number 27.
Give me a hand, will you, Bob?
Sure, come on.
Why, it's Laura.
She's doing riding a horse.
No, I didn't even know she could ride.
Right, okay.
Laura! Wait a minute, gentlemen. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. Wait till the doctor gets here. All right. Now, easy. Easy, easy.
Why does an awful thing like this have to happen to a nice kid like Laura?
What did she do it for?
All she wanted was enough money so we could get out of here.
Look, I know things have been rough, but I was going to take care of everybody and see
You
that...
were going to take care of a lot of things, Marty, but the only thing you take care of is yourself.
Look, lay off of me. I'm broke. What do you want, my blood?
If it'd bring anything at the assay office, I'd take it. How is she, Doctor?
I don't know. Seems as though her spine is injured. Should have somebody that knows more about it. A man from Sacramento. A specialist, they call him.
We'll take her to Sacramento.
You'll have to come down here, and it's going to take money, lots of money.
Well, don't worry about the money.
She'll need plenty of care.
We'll see that she gets it, Doctor.
Parson, am I going to be all right?
You'll be up walking in no time, Laura.
Will I ever be able to dance again?
Why, of course. Of course you'll be able to dance again. You'll dance better than ever. Now, don't you worry.
I believe you. You wouldn't lie to me.
You get some rest now, Laura. Everything is being done that can be. Ted, why don't you take the ladies out and buy them something to eat? You can come back later.
All right, Parson. Come on.
Parson, may I go and see her?
I think she'd like that, Marty. See that she gets that specialist. Gentlemen, what is this?
Well, hello, Parson.
Evening, Parson.
Good evening, good evening.
You done so much for me last Sunday. Me and my pals thought we'd return the favor. We built a few benches, make things more comfortable. Oh, and we put a new top on your altar.
You might say we was doing something to cover up for our sins.
I don't know what to say.
Well, don't say nothing, Parson. We're just public-spirited.
I don't know how to repay you, gentlemen, but someday you will be repaid. Of that, I'm sure.
You bet we will. I mean, I hope so.
And when we build the pews, you can have the one in the front.
Make it the rear pew, Parson. That way we can keep our eyes on everybody in the place. Ow!
Sorry. We'd like to come up here every day, Parson. We'd sort of like to keep our eye on things, you know. Set an example. Do you mind?
Would I mind? Well, even if you gentlemen hadn't gone to all of this trouble, you'd have received a very warm welcome.
Well, thank you, Parson. That's right neighborly of you.
And now I'd like to say a prayer for Laura. Would you care to join me, gentlemen?
With a prayer?
Yes.
Sure, can't hurt nothing.
Grant the strength of the weak and the comfort of the sufferers. Mercifully accept our prayers and grant to thy servant the help of thy power, that her sickness may be turned into health and our sorrow into joy, through his name's sake. Amen.
Good night, Parson. Good night, Parson. See you tomorrow.
See you again now.
Morning, Parson.
Morning, Ted. Lou?
Morning, Parson.
Let's just set it down here, Lou. Parson, that was a mighty fine thing you did. Millie told me about the money, and I know how much it meant to you. I want you to have this.
Well, Ted, I couldn't take this. It's your means of making your living.
Oh, no, that's all right. Marty and me, we found ourselves jobs at another place in town. I'm a dealer now. I won't be needing this anymore. It's all yours.
Well,
this came for you.
Well, thank you.
I was up at the stage office. They told me to bring it down.
Excuse me a minute.
What's the matter, bad news?
And since the people of Lodestone have evidenced no desire to erect and support and attend a church, it is our desire that you proceed to San Diego, where the Reverend Thomas Fallon is in need of an assistant.
Well, that ain't fair.
I'm not so sure, Ted. I've been quite a failure here in Lodestone.
Failure? Well, what do they mean that we've shown no desire to attend a church? What about Lou and his men?
Well, I'm afraid 4 men don't make a congregation. No, my superiors know what's best for me.
Well, look, Parson, I got $38 saved up. That'll help you get that timber down from the mountain. You can have that. You can always count on my support.
I believe I could at that, Ted. And you don't know how much I appreciate it.
You know, this church is beginning to mean something to me, too. I'd like to see you stay here and build it, Parson.
I'd like to stay and build it. But I must go.
Will you write to me from San Diego? I'd like to keep in touch.
Sure I will. Thanks for everything.
Tough break, Parson.
Parson, Ted tells me that you're needed in San Diego, that you're leaving here.
Yes, that's right.
But you can't go. We need you here. I need you.
You made her a promise, Parson, and she believed you. She wouldn't believe the doctor, but she believed you.
Part of the promise has come true. Millie, Laura, you yourself know you're much better. Why, you'll be up and around walking in no time, and why, you'll be dancing better than ever. You believe that, don't you, Laura?
I did, but now I don't know.
If you go now, Parson, she'll never walk.
She's right. I can't do it alone.
You can do it, Laura. You've got to have faith. Faith has brought you this far. It'll take you further. You've got to know that inside yourself that what you're doing is right. You've got to believe in what you're doing, Laura.
Do you believe what you're doing is right, Parson? Do you believe the Reverend William Macklin I would want you to give up now? Well, do you?
You could write your superiors and tell them things are going better around here. By the time the letter gets back, maybe things will improve.
Well, Lou, this is quite a surprise. I had no idea that you felt that way about things.
Well, I didn't know myself until just now.
How come ya hoya koya?
Welcome, Chief.
Hoya kom ya oya tokuya oya kiama koya hoa. Oya kayama yata.
Lou, do you know what he said?
Yeah. He says the lumber's at the bottom of the mountain and he'll bring it here for $300.
Lou, would you and the Braves mind picking up the organ? We'll take it into town and see if we can sell it.
Sure. Ocho no one. Como?
Oya kaya.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Oya koya.
Thank you.
Your hat, Parson.
Thanks very much. Laura, we're going to build our church. Hello, Marty. I'm sorry about Laura.
Look, Parson, up until now, I've never been known to gripe when the cards fell against me. Is that right?
That's right, Marty.
But I'm going to be very frank with you.
I want everyone to be frank with me.
Stay away from me.
Take it easy, Marty.
I just came down here to sell this gentleman an organ.
Yeah. Well, I only work here, so I can't tell you to beat it, but like all gamblers, I think some people are lucky for me, and others are a jinx. And, mister, you're the biggest jinx I've ever met.
That's enough, Marty.
Look, ever since this Holy Joe came into my life, I've had nothing but trouble. First, I lost all my money in the business, and now Laura. Look at the jinx you put on her. She'll never walk again. Fat lot of good that Sawbones did it with you around. No. Now, he's all the Friday the 13th rolled into one.
Ted!
I'm sorry, Marty.
See what I mean?
How much for the organ, Parson?
I need $300 very badly.
You've got yourself a deal, Parson. Them organs is hard to come by.
Thank you, sir. Lou, will you?
I'll take care of it, Parson.
Thanks. Come on, Ted.
And I say we get that money tonight.
And I say if he gets the church up, it'll be even better.
If he finishes that church, too many guys might get religion. Might be too many to handle then. I say tonight. Now, what do you say?
Tonight.
Tonight.
That's 3-1, Lou. This is a democracy. Majority rules. Remember?
Now, how about the parson? He's around there all the time. What are you going to do about him?
Well, with my reputation, I'm going to have a tough time getting into heaven anyhow. So what have I got to lose?
Look, he's not such a bad guy. Can't we just...
You're trying to run out on us, Lou. You know, those guys want to get to heaven in a hurry. And loving my fellow man the way that I do, I just want to help him a little. Thanks, Johnny. Come on. Hello, Parson.
Oh, good evening, gentlemen. You were kind enough to build the benches for me and help me with the altar. Would you like to do a little more work on the church with me?
That's just what we're here for.
Well, all I can say is a simple thank you.
Well, you know, after all, Parson, when we help you, well, we're kind of helping ourselves.
That alarm means there's a cave-in. There's a cave-in at the mines.
Parson, the Acme Mine cave-in. Men trapped underground. Ted's one of them.
Come on.
Where are you going, Parson?
Laura, there's been a cave-in at the mine. I've got to get down there and do what I can.
Wait a minute, Parson. Everybody down there is doing all they can. You can help the men a lot more by staying here and praying. Remember what you once told me. I got together with the only one who could help me. Marty, what's happened?
We had to give it up. The mine kept caving in front of us. We tried to use boards, but they weren't strong enough to hold. I told you were a jinx.
But, Marty, if you had the right kind of timber, bigger beams.
Look, you should know how long it takes to get timber down from those hills. We sent men up. At least we'll be able to get the bodies out.
But they might still be alive.
Parson, where did you learn to twist the knife so neatly?
Marty, I've got big beams here. Take them if you want. Pull them down.
This is a church.
The church was built for man, not man for the church. Pull them down, I'll help you.
Come on.
Come on. Let's go, Parson. Now be careful. Take it around the side.
On the beam. On the top beam.
Get on the top side, Marty. Right up there tight. Now stand by, men. Tell me when you're ready. Ready? All right, pull, men.
Here we go.
Try it again now, men. Burn it.
What's more of them? Come on, men, get him on the wagon.
Wait just a minute. What is this?
We'll take that, Parson.
Hold it, Dawson.
Drop your guns.
Here, Marty. This belongs to you.
Come on, man, let's get this loaded. Somebody grab an axe.
And let the men be reached in time. Let us pray.
We got two of them, everybody. Everybody's safe.
Father, we thank thee.
Parson, I don't know how to say this, but well, it's just that sometimes
Marty, what are you trying to say to me?
I guess I was a jinx.
Marty, I'm so proud of you.
And Laura.
I love you.
I now pronounce you man and wife. Kiss your bride, Marty.
You won't be needing those anymore.
This never-ending story of love and life and all.
All right, men. Service is over. Let's go to work.
Newborn babe, two old folks passing by. And when a man will quit his sin, his life will have a new beginning. It starts that moment with a twinkle